hello, and welcome, one and all, to the Snide Show. I'm your host, Cornelius Edward Snider, otherwise known as CoryTheCurator, and I'm joined today with Uncle T, and Ry's over there just kind of chilling, even though it looks like he's got a mic. That thing's not hooked up to anything. We're just trying to look cool over here. And we've got the special, one and only, Prey4Reign in the house. Introduce yourself.
I am Samael.
And I'm a guitar player, Prey4Reign.
I'm the evil vocalist.
Awesome. Awesome.
All right, so we got the vocalist and the, I'm sorry, did you say guitarist?
Guitars, yeah.
Perfect,
Awesome,
perfect, yeah. And the two most, I would say, distinctive parts of the band. I know we've had Chaos on loop for a minute over here. It's fantastic stuff. Yeah, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Pleasure.
Very fun.
It's awesome, man. And it's awesome to know, man, y'all from the West Coast. I like that.
Right. A little bit of East meets West action over here.
That's right.
Coast to coast.
Yeah.
Coast to coast with the Snide Show over here. Yeah, it's fun stuff, and it's a lot of it thanks to the hard work of Uncle T over here. He's been getting plugged back into the metal scene out there, trying to powers combine. Yeah, powers combining. And everything, and we're glad again to have you as another entry down this dark metallic road. So yeah, first we start out with a little slice of life. You know, it's a lot of mainly what we talk about on Slice of Life is just kind of a recent events, kind of catching people up on yourselves and what you've been up to recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm actually part of the new lineup for this band. The band was dormant for a little bit, and we just had a revival show back in February, and it was a surreal experience, really. Like, it was definitely memorable.
Right.
Yeah. We used to be like, we got a channel, just the old stuff, right? So we have a line of new material, music and stuff. That's what you hear right now. It's like, trying to do something more extreme or fun, and we start having some shows of the year. We play with I think it was a Linkin Park experience. And there was a lot of people there.
Sold out show.
Yeah. And we keep
Awesome.
opening for other touring acts that come to town in the surrounding areas. Luckily, we get the chance to get in those shows, and put our part on it. And right now, we just booked a bunch of other shows for the next couple of months. I think it's like 6.
Congratulations, man.
Getting some others, and probably not probably. I jump in as a supporting act for on a tour later in the summer or by the end of the year, because there's a lot of things we've been doing that are already ready to release. We just waiting on that timeline to do.
Yeah,
That's cool, man. That's
hell
cool.
yeah.
Is POD and Nonpoint, are they still active in the West Coast?
Yeah, they are. Dude, yeah, Nonpoint had, I think, a show here last year.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, last year for sure. I think I went to that one. And then, what's Flaw, I think, also tour in this area pretty often. Because we get to play with those bands before.
Oh, cool.
We actually, I don't know if you know a band named OTEP. It's like a new metal band.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
We're opening for them in June. We're playing with them.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's something we're excited for.
One of them,
Yeah, one of the many.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I love their first album. OTEP, she's a twisted chick. She's cool.
Yo,
She's
so
so live.
cool.
He's pretty visual, pretty wild, and crazy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
From the music video of Chaos.
Like, shut up and take my money. Give me my tickets.
Yeah, Ry said he was checking out the music video for Chaos, which I was looking at some of that earlier, and I have to agree that you know, just the show that you guys put on,
Yeah.
you know.
I've been
Yeah. Oh, you were seeing like a live
Yeah.
Yeah.
for this video. Okay, yeah. There's some videos out there. Yeah, we've well in the page too. Also, like we usually like to go live a little bit of the show, you know, to get some people involved. You know,
Yeah.
it's pretty fun to do
Those that
that.
can't make it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I just got a question because I'm like a little confused. All right, from the Chaos video, y'all since then changed singers. That guy isn't singing for y'all anymore, or doing
Yeah.
vocals. Singing is Mariah Carey, vocals is metal.
Yeah, actually, what happened is, you know, like COVID, right? We were a band. We used to do a lot of stuff. Same thing. COVID happened, and kind of like the band kind of disappeared because, you know, like nobody
Yeah.
could do nothing, and some people moved out, and then, you know, the lead singer quit because, you know,
That
Yeah.
fucked us up
on the
too.
Prey, yeah. So
Pandemic
I
messed
had a-
everything up.
Yeah,
I
that,
had to keep,
yeah.
you know, moving forward, and I had always friends and other connections in the music that we, you know, can like perform, play the music, but we needed a singer. You know, it's not easy to find somebody that has the personality, the what it takes, also the voice and the attitude. You know, it's not because it's all comes together. You know.
Yeah.
And then that's actually I invited him to I was involved with another band which actually and I was having him as an actor in a music video because I used to script the videos and film, and I don't film them but I kind of direct them and kind of
Right.
help with the concept. And he came and he started singing. All of a sudden I was like, oh, these guys sing, you know. And I was like, you know what, I'm actually looking for lead singer for my actual band, you know.
Right.
Interesting.
You know, my actual band, you know,
Interesting.
just passing the time with those guys because I had nothing better to do.
Yeah.
It's good, you know, but it's what it is, you know. And then I hit him up, you know, and it happened that, you know, he was little available to start working together, you know.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's like one of those,
awesome, man.
Right place, right time kind of situations right there. And
It's beautiful when a plan comes together.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's so funny because I remember I remember just telling my old lead singer, like, hey, look, for the other band, hey, look, I think we should invite Steven for the music video.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I like that demon mask. Kind of remind me. I mean, a little bit. It just brought to mind that band Ghost a little bit. Except theirs is like silver with no mouth. I mean, but
you guys definitely have a distinct thing going on. I would
yeah, I
say.
like the concept a lot.
Thanks,
Thank
dude.
you. Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
we're not the only mask band around, but you know we're trying to be a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you are.
Yeah, man.
So-
Yeah. If you don't even if you don't go mainstream, nothing is better than cult status, man.
And you know, going back to something I was going to say earlier about, we were talking about these bands and how they seem to disappear and stuff, but really it's just, you know, and I talk about this a lot, but just how entertainment has just become so much more niche, like, you know, and you got to get into a bubble to really know what's going on with anything. I mean, of course, there are always going to be the superstars, but even those, you know, aren't really as universal anymore. So you know, so a lot of what you guys have been up to is just a lot of reforming. Would you say reforming after sort of the pandemic and stuff?
Yeah, post-pandemic, yeah.
Definitely, yeah. Like a lot of that happened. Like, you know,
Like, it was late last year. We just started rehearsing again, you know, and with the new lineup, and it was in February. We had we like to call it our revival show. Yeah, our
Revival.
Yeah, that's
Revival, I like that.
Yeah, I like
love
that
song
too.
rewrites too, and everything, just to dedicate to the revival.
Mhm.
and it's funny
So on.
because you know we haven't even released any of the new stuff yet. You know, because we try to we're gonna release something that's gotta be good. So there's a new EP. So you guys probably gonna ask us about this later, so I won't say nothing right now.
But
But
we can go ahead and get
you know,
into it. Let's just dive into the scoop. The scoop is
Sure,
on.
yeah.
The heat is
Fine,
on.
yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
you mean?
so-
Do you remember me? What'd you do with?
No, they're there. They're there. I'm just
Oh.
bringing up.
Yeah. Do y'all remember me? Like when I was talking to you when y'all guys was in the studio, like recording vocal tracks and cleaning
oh,
up.
that was like big. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, I was like, I was at my neighbor's house, man. I was walking through my neighbor's house, and well, I live in an apartment complex. I was like walking through the complex, and I seen her outside, and I asked her for a cigarette, and she's like, "Oh, I ain't got but one left." And it's like, soon as she said that, you was like, "Bird." I kind of like walked off with my head down. I was like, that's not for you."
That's funny. Yeah, it's a couple
it was
weeks
like
ago,
perfect,
you know.
not perfect timing.
Right.
These kind of fall into place at the right time, right?
Yeah, that was us, dude. Like we were, that's like the new stuff, new probably for end of the year. We already have a new EP coming right in the next couple months. Like I said, we're just waiting on the music videos to be completed because I had this crazy idea, right? Because you see that band has some videos and other bands that I'm involved with, they have also some like videos. Mostly it's me they want to like to push for like visual stuff because I know how much I enjoy when I see something and then I hear something even crazier.
Yeah.
And I was talking to my friend videographer that I usually work with, and it's like, dude, I want to make a video for Prey4Reign because we're gonna start, we're coming back and we have all this stuff going.
Exactly.
And it's like, what if we, instead of making like just like a one video, 4 minute, we do like the whole EP in like a short movie, like
Short
you want
film
to do that?
status, yeah.
And he's like,
Ah.
cool. I was like, what if there might be too much work? And then he's like, no, let's do it that way. So we just to a big Halloween maze that
Yeah, a little
he's got-
Halloween con I used to work at actually a long time ago, and talked to the owner, and she's like, "Come on down, dude. Let's go crazy." So
That sounds dope, though.
yeah,
Yeah.
we just spent like
You
2
know.
days there filming everything, and it's pretty much done. I already have samples of everything. We're just fine tuning everything.
yeah.
Okay.
Till release,
I was going to
That
ask
about-
if there was any samples out there like that we could go to just to hear, but I understand though, keeping things under lock and key until you're ready for it to be like
Yeah, that's the situation.
Yeah, dude, that's what I was kind of thinking. Well, is it right to do like interviews and stuff yet? But why not? So at the very end, there's not a rule for this. We just go as we, as we feel it.
yeah, because we were thirsty for it. We were thirsty for it. We were looking. We were trying to find. But it's again, I understand. COVID knocked everybody for a loop, but it's so cool to see you guys adapting to it, and that goes into just
shows perseverance.
Exactly. So you that sort of answers my question about the concept behind your next thing, but we sort of touched on it a little bit, but what are some of your biggest musical influences, you would say?
So dude, I got like Alice Cooper, Love is Shock Rock, Behemoth, Slipknot, Linkin Park, Cradle of Filth, Rammstein, like love that shock rock kind of value right there. That gets the audience going like, oh my god, okay, they're a bit nuts,
I love that shit too.
Yeah, especially Behemoth. Nurgle.
Oh yeah. I love Lamb of God, dude. Like,
oh yeah, dude.
when I seen live, I swear I was like, I saw him last year as Aftershock. I was like, man, these guys are so freaking great.
Oh yeah, Randy Blythe, man, he is like he slams with the
legend, I know,
vocals.
man. I know.
Dude, like I love this new band. I mean, it's not that new, but like Code Orange. I don't know if you know them. They're from, I don't know where they're from. Code Orange. It's like a Code Orange.
Oh,
Sorry.
Code Orange.
Yeah. Yep.
No, I remember. I don't know if it was from New York or the West Coast. I remember
Yeah.
a
Look 'em
band
up. They're very
called
good,
Orange
dude.
9mm.
You be blown up. Like they're really like the energy. You know, like the music is really good.
It's like
live.
its own vibe, really.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
like now metal's changing, right? Some is more like electronic and more synthetic, and then you have the old school sound. It's like that. It's like all that together, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're checking them out now. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
But, oh, I had some.
Yeah, they got a cool site here.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm so jealous of this website design.
Oh,
Yeah, you know, over here,
Oh, dude,
drooling
we
over it. But yeah. Well, we're here for you guys. So I definitely could see a lot of those influences. You don't want to be presumptuous over like the influences of people, but I can definitely see the DNA of everything you mentioned and what you do, and that's again what's cool about just this new movement of art in general, of just people passing or taking the torches, carrying the torches, and then lighting fires of their own. So can you walk us through your composition process, and also like how different is it now than it was a few years ago?
Well, it's interesting because I mean I've been playing for a while. I'm actually from El Salvador, and I used to be part of a metal band there too. Like actually two, like a travel metal band and then like a thrash metal band. And I remember to practice, made a song and remember it, record it as we could, and just like play it back until we have the chance to record. Like now it's like I can just go to the computer, start making a little riff, and then go from there. I actually have we have a producer friend that we work with. So it's good because or he has an idea or I have an idea or whoever, and we just go to the studio and like this is the new stuff, right? And we just nail it and make like a whole new song, and it's so fun, because it's a different way to approach. Because me personally, I feel I like do both ways. Like I like to meet up with older band and try to come out with something really cool, but it's also fun to do it with help of the technology. Like do it in the computer, have a little bit of that, because I feel that gives more like it lets you develop more intricate stuff, like things that you probably don't think right on the spot. It's like like different process. Both ways fun. But I also when writing a song, and that's something I tell the guys all the time, it's gotta be something you can play live exactly as it sounds in there, because a lot of, I'm not gonna say bands, but a lot of times happen that you're able to do so much, but then when you play live, all those things are not gonna be there. So it's something that
Sure, you might have some of the pieces, and those are kind of the touchstones, but in between, you got to have the, how would you put it? Like the practice or the
translate over.
Yeah,
like
it's
translate.
It's good y'all gel. Like best way to put it is like when all the members gel and they making magic. It's it's kind of like the girl you always wanted to sleep with, and every time you sleep with her, you make magic. Every time you go in the studio, you're making magic,
and that's some artistic wisdom from Uncle T there.
That's all I call it.
I couldn't think of nothing else. But
it works. I suppose.
what guitars you when you picked up what guitars you saw that said I want to do that, made you say I want to do that too?
You mean guitars, like you mean the instrument, or like
the guitars, the musician?
The musician,
oh,
the guitarist,
dude, like I said, I like Lamb of God. I like how they play. Dude, I also like the thrash metal or crossover. Like I like Municipal Waste too. I know it's like a little different, but I just love the riffing style. The style. How the way he perform play. Of course, man, it's like a lot. I even try to learn from things that are not even metal. Like any other style, but I will just
like ideas here and there. It's like put it into our own formula.
What I do, I see, I don't do it, and I listen to guitar players I like, mostly to their albums, and then it's kind of like relaxes me and gives me like puffs in my head, you know.
I like. I mean, I don't want to throw it out. I like Jack Owen, ex Cannibal Corpse. Of course, Jeff Hanneman, rest in peace, Slayer.
Sure, yeah, Jim Hanneman, Slayer, yeah, freaking good.
Yeah.
Like Terror King, it's that fast riffing, crazy, you know, like I'm a fan of that.
You like Obituary?
I do like Obituary.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to go see them for a second time.
Children of Bottom, that's another band that I really like the, you know, the way he's very technical.
Yeah.
The way he what's his name? What's his name? Alex.
I do that a lot too.
Yeah.
Look
it's
it
very
up.
technical stuff. You know, it's not easy to play stuff like that, definitely, you know.
Who was it?
Oh,
Obituary?
Children of Bottom.
Oh, Children of Bodom. Yeah.
Obituary, they went through a lot of guitarists. I don't even know who they're current. I remember James Murphy used to be with them. Alan West. Oh, Municipal Waste. Yeah, they're from. I think they're from Pennsylvania.
Oh, you said Municipal Waste. Is that what you said?
Well, this other band named Havoc. I don't know if you
Havok. Havok. I've heard of them.
Yeah, those guys are. I saw them live like a couple of years ago here.
Yeah.
Good. Like the riffs, the way they sound live, those guitars sound live is just good. I think Dave Sanchez and Reese is his name of the other guitar player. Pretty good. Chris Crocs.
We were talking earlier about these, you know, and we'll come back around to the questions with this about a lot of these big metal acts that have these very intricate compositions and how a lot of them have these rotations of different members of just, you know, having a wide array of a band, and you tag people in for different pieces and whatnot. So is that something that you've sort of, is that something that's come about out of necessity, or is that something that you guys have intentionally gotten into as far as like,
you know, I feel like it comes to necessity sometimes because like I tell the guys, you know, I have I got personality that probably I keep going, right? And if something kind of stops, I find a way to make it still work. So, you know, happen like life change. Sometimes people have to move or have other priorities, and, you know, they cannot do this no more. And then it comes to, you know, we need to find somebody else that takes that spot, you know, and that's kind of what happened here. You know, it's like it needed it was not going to stop, you know. So
especially want to move forward with the business, you know.
Yeah,
the band is a business. So.
going back to what we were talking about, adaptation, adapting with it. I see the same thing in the comedy world and in the filmmaking world. I don't know how many projects I've had fizzle out because someone moves or there's some sort of personality conflict.
Life happens, you know. You got to adapt to it. So.
Yeah, and it's just and there's just you can't stop it. So you have to, and that's what I'm learning now is adapting. Like, oh, if I can't get this thing to work, you know what? Just got to move on with what I can get to work and stuff. And it's fucking taken 15 years to learn that lesson. But you know, So what else do you think sets you apart from your peers in this metal band circuit that you guys find yourselves in?
Well, you know, we're trying to have we're trying to provide with like an extreme and crazy experience where, you know, we all can connect. Like you know, I know there's a lot of bands. Like when you go and you see a show, you know, you wanted to see something special. You know, like feel like you
make it a memorable experience. Yes. You know what I mean? Like, dude, remember that show, man, dude.
Yeah.
Can we just go back?
Yeah,
awesome.
So, like the time you saw Def Leppard or Slayer, you know what I mean? So
yeah, I've seen both bands. A little history and background on the name. Who thought of that?
Oh, dude, it's so funny because it's a Prey4Reign, right? There's
I like the concept. How y'all got it?
Around here, like it's like a Prey4Reign.
It's on a billboard,
right?
Yeah. It's on a billboard, yeah.
And,
yeah.
My old bass player, actually, like you said, rotation, right? My old bass player, Matt, he's a good friend. He thought of the name. Because just Prey4Reign, and then I was like, what if we twist it to Prey actually, and then the number 4
like
stupid
Pray
is
for
praying
Reign.
on somebody.
Pray
Make
for
what it is,
Reign.
you know? Kind of like sounds like a can mean two different things. So and we
Yeah.
came from it because it sounds pretty good, and we were like, dude, that's a really good name, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
it's sick.
I was like, shit.
and I looked around, nobody.
And plus, anybody that comes across you guys and sees y'all live or picks up a CD or something, they'll never forget you. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
a name that sticks with you.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
honestly,
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know. It's a
Yeah.
good name. And I sometimes we get like only like comments from people that are like, oh, I freaking love your guys' name. Just that.
Like, oh, thank you, man.
The music is as good as the name, you know?
Right,
Yeah.
right, dude.
You know what I mean? You know?
Yeah,
I love
man.
that. I love that.
You see how like this lineup is different from before, because before, if you listen more indie, more like a little of the rap here and there, and like he's got more like extreme, and honestly, that's what I was looking for, because I'm more into that side, into the heavy stuff. So
Mhm.
Yeah. I feel you on that. I'm the same way. I mean, I'm not like prejudiced to rap music. I listen to it all the time, and I love metal. That's my heart. I love metal, and but if I want to listen to rap, I want to listen to rap. I want to listen to metal, I want to listen to metal. I don't like them together.
Dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to each their own. To each their own. Absolutely.
Or maybe maybe if the song's not oversaturated with it.
yeah, for sure.
I like it. Yeah. I mean, I'm so eclectic with my shit. I like a little bit of everything. I like shit like blended up. I mainly, though, my thing is I always gravitate to like dark themes. I always go to like dark, energetic stuff, and they've kind of got me more and more into metal over time. So moving along, though, we've talked about adaptation and how you need that. What else do you think is another important thing for a band to succeed in the music industry right now?
You got to talk to people, dude. Like, get to know the promoters. Like, let them get to know you. They're always looking for new acts to put on, and if you want to talk to promoters, dude, it's like, how do you expect to get your name out there, and also look good up there. Make sure you look sound good up there,
Dude.
Practice, stay loyal to your craft right there, So,
on the looking good note, the pictures you guys have out, like they all just, I want to be there. I want to be there.
Yeah.
I get even a lot of like old people. They're like, "Oh, you guys are evil!" Like that. I was like, "Yeah, look,
make your family scared of that band right there."
See, but I think it looks like a good time.
If you ain't pissing the parents off and scaring the children, then you're doing the wrong thing.
yeah. Dude, yeah, it's so funny.
Gotta scare your parents, folks. Gotta scare your parents. Gotta scare your parents, scare your family, scare everybody.
So what's
My favorite's pissing Christians off.
actual guitar to use?
Oh, Ry wants to know as far as instruments where you're playing, what is your favorite guitar to use? Like
Me, dude, I actually was right here. It's where I practice. So, it's I mostly use
I like it, Flying V, man.
it's a 7-string. I usually use Dean guitars. I feel they got good sound. They got good like a tone, and they're not too pricey like other good brands that are like at that quality. So I actually have a tone of like I like these and that kind of extreme style, because look, this is another one.
Stuff to show you his collection.
I gotta show you some of them.
Yeah, man. Throw down, bro.
Another one I have.
Yo,
Oh, yeah, dude.
Sick, man. It looks like you just fucking
So I
nailed someone.
like-
with
Yeah,
that
it
shit.
does. It looks like he beat somebody over the head with it.
Have the looks I look for, so
You had no idea how many
It's like a-
sacrifices it took to get
Probably
that guitar.
yeah, these actually is from my old band, like a thrash metal band I used to play back in the day, Sons of Hell. I still
Yeah,
have
man.
this,
It's a sweet fucking
Like,
guitar, dude.
I made this the
Oh
thing.
man.
Yeah, but it's old. It's
Yeah, dude. Oh,
yeah,
man.
and see, this in the mail. I mostly play these ones because I really feel comfortable with. I feel they suit me. Like, it's weird. I just don't like normal looking guitars. They need to have something weird on it.
Character,
For
you
me
know
to
what I
like
mean?
them.
Yeah.
You know?
And they definitely
But-
match like the outfit and like the
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because it's fun. Because or I liked it and I love my guitar, or I do not like it to the point I don't even want to play it. You know, that's me.
I feel
It's
ya.
kind of like getting new pair of shoes. You just got, you don't want to take them out the box.
Yeah.
That's me, dude. Maybe that's my personality, but it's we are like, well, that's something I really like, you know.
Hell
You
yeah.
gotta love what you do. You gotta love what you use.
Yeah, exactly.
Right
Exactly.
on.
Yeah.
So
The handful of musicians I've ever met, they always liked Flying V's and Ibanez to best of shred on.
Yeah,
Get the best shred out of them, best sound quality.
Ibanez's are good. They have good sound quality. I honestly, I think because to play metal, you know, because I tried a Les Paul once, didn't like it. So,
Yeah. I don't
know.
like Les Paul either. A jump.
Yeah, to play metal, I don't like Ibanez's. This Dean is good. Also, I think BC Rich has a good metal sound to it. Like,
Yeah. I was getting ready to ask you for bass, BC Rich or Gibson.
yeah, BC Rich I think is good. I actually like their sound.
Yeah.
And yes, you know, I actually have one of them. I read one somewhere in there. So yeah.
all
Oh,
right.
yeah.
All right. Well, that heck yeah, man. So yeah, we've got actually answered quite a bit of these, but any notable experiences from your time in the music industry so far? Like well, what is like your biggest highlight so
Dude.
far?
So far, dude, you have the music video that we just wrapped up filming like about 3 weeks ago. That was a trip right there. Just filming at the old haunt I used to work at. It's
Oh, wow.
a
Yeah.
experience.
Oh.
Like I said, I told my old boss, like, hey, I'm in this band now, and like, we need a place to do a music video as the Colby come over. And she's like, yeah, come on, you know, and she was chill about it. And we try to go back in the future because that place is just music video heaven, like so many sets over there, you know?
Yeah, I got there. I was like, man, you can make like 10 music videos.
Yeah,
here,
there's so
and none
many
of them look the same. But yeah, I'll definitely say that, you know, because every time we do something, like the next time you do the same is better, you know. So I feel we've been fine tuning the skills since we started with the music, right, and the quality of the recordings, and also the videos. Because not gonna lie, I love doing videos. I enjoy it, you know, and this was the best I ever done so far. And even like, because I have a bunch of friends that always go to when we film something, they always go and they're waiting for me to tell them, hey, we're going to the graveyard tonight at like midnight to record a music video. Dude, I look for stuff like that. It's so funny because I drive around, go to towns, and I'm like, abandoned house, abandoned factory, cemetery, this and that. And I have so many places to go for music video.
Man,
But
come to Southwest Virginia. We got all that. We got like creepy farmland. farmhouses.
Living there.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
hey, we need to use the place, you know, like, and they look at our maps like, oh no, it's the real deal.
Yeah, it's a bunch of fields and woods around here, and it's like every time I'm out for a ride and I'm like riding through there, I'm like, wow, this would make great for a zombie movie.
Yeah,
I know.
We're in Walking Dead heaven out here.
Yeah.
Oh, man. It's so
Okay.
fun.
So tell us about your upcoming collaborations or projects that you got in the works. Is there anywhere we can send people to stay abreast of it?
Yeah, I mean, we got a show coming up, this traveling act burlesque show called Little Miss Nasty that we're opening up for. And we have the OTEP show.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. And we have actually like good shows, all of them. Like we're playing with what's the name? I don't remember. It's a touring band. They're coming to Tracy, California. We're playing with them too. We put like a bunch, like the whole list. I'm actually trying to book something in LA right now, talking to a promoter out there. I think she has something for us right now.
Yeah.
At the Viper Room.
The Viper Room, yeah.
It'll be fun.
Oh man, that's big, dude.
Legendary.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah.
Even over here, we know.
Yeah, that's how legendary they are.
The Viper Room.
Hard Rock Cafe.
With the music, you know, like I said, we because this new album it was already pre-recorded back then. We recorded before COVID, so I just happened to, you know, I could release it now. So we just filmed the videos. It's ready to come out like in a month or two, like probably in a month. So right now I've been just setting the Vivo channels, the YouTube, all the like distribution platforms we're gonna use. Like I said, I'm working with a really good producer.
Awesome.
We're making a plan, you know, like because we're gonna tour, we're gonna do stuff. So
Yeah.
so you know, and we can have a plan on stuff to the point that what is after this music is already being recorded and it's already almost done, you know.
Yeah.
So we're just aiming
Got it
for
in
a
the
new
bank.
sound, you know, like to sound
To
like,
evolve, you know. So,
evolve. Like,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
we've been working on that, and like I said, every time the goal is to release something to be something better than whatever it was before, heavier, you know, crazier, like something you get blown out by it. Just one thing we like is this, like you know, you don't know what it is, you're scared, you like it, you know. That's
Yeah.
and I'm not gonna lie, man, that shows like a lot of people don't vibe with this because me, for example, I work with other people like, oh yeah, I'm gonna help y'all make this video. Let's go here, let's go there, and they're like, no, I don't like it. It feels kind of, and it's okay, you know. But to me, that's what moves me. I want to freaking be a night at the freaking raver making a music video with freaking blood and a bunch of candles. You know, like it's like, it's fun, dude. It's fun. Yeah,
That's what gives some of us. That's what gives some of us the butterflies, man.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I don't want to film no backyard now. You know what I mean? Yeah.
But a bunch of money, like
I know I'm making it rain, man.
with a car. I don't like that. Dude. I don't want to go with a freaking fancy car. That's for me is like messed up stuff, like this kind of things. You know? So,
Yeah.
No, honestly, since we started playing again, you know, things have really just been coming together for us like at a really rapid pace. You know, I remember after the first show, for me, I was like, dude, I feel like we made it already. It just feels like it already, you know, because people notice, they notice us, you know, and
Yeah.
after every show, it's like, wow, oh wow, dude, it's almost like a surreal, it's an experience playing live, you know, it's like a rush, you could say.
Oh yeah, I bet, man. I bet it
Yeah.
does, bro.
with the people,
Especially at the lively audience, too, dude. It goes,
especially when people connect and they like that, dude, and they really come and tell you, like, dude, you guys, you know, I really enjoyed it, and then just going to what we have, because I feel like, you know, we are like I said, the distribution's gotta be right. It's with the technology, and it's easy to have the music everywhere, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also like good to make it easy for the listener to go and listen what we have, then go to the show and enjoy it, and then, you know, have a good memory. You know, that's kind of the goal.
Yeah.
That's awesome, bro. That's awesome. Y'all ever out there in LA, y'all ever run across the thrash band Exodus?
I haven't, but that's one of my favorite bands, Exodus.
Yeah, man.
Once.
Gary Holt, dude, he's straight.
Gary Holt, Slayer now.
Yeah. Well, Slayer's no more. He's back with
no, Slayer Exodus. Yeah, it's back in there. Yeah.
Do you like any like older '80s speed or thrash, like Merciful Fate, King Diamond, Halloween?
King Diamond, yeah. This is what I tell him, like, dude, you should sing like King Diamond.
Just have somebody kick in the balls.
Dude, it's so funny. I used to be in the military, and when I was stationed out in Japan, one of my buddies he actually introduced me to King Diamond.
Oh,
my
dude,
family
that
is
rules.
not metal oriented at all, right?
Yeah.
So all these other bands like from the '80s, I'm like, even to this day, I'm still discovering.
Yeah.
And he was telling me about King Diamond, and I'm like, wow, dude, he must have been very controversial for his day, you know. That's like way ahead of his time, you know.
Yeah,
So,
definitely. He's come a long way for sure.
yeah, yes, yeah, indeed.
You ever heard of the band Pestilence?
Pestilence, I have.
Uh-huh.
It's like a death, like a
Yeah, they're death metal.
Death metal, right?
Yeah, they're death metal. Yeah.
Yeah, but I because you know my aunts are actually metalheads. So when I was a little kid, they were into it already. So
Yeah.
I grew up like knowing and seeing most of the bands. Not into it because I was a kid, right? But then when I started discovering it, it's like, oh, I remember this name. I remember this poster. I remember this.
Yeah. I'm same way, dude. I'm same way. Some people, I'll listen to a band for like 4 or 5 years, and then somebody will bring them up. I'm like, yeah, I remember it. Well, you heard this song? I'm like, shit.
Yeah, word of mouth.
Yep.
It's just so much out there.
Oh yeah.
Well, this has been an awesome scoop. Again, I'm glad to have you on as like one of the first to bring back, our discussions with bands and stuff. Do you want to stick around for the Topical Punch?
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Awesome. So,
I'm grabbing a beer.
All right. Tony's gonna grab a beer.
Yeah, dudes. I want to say one thing, man. It's really an honor to have you guys here, and like I said, it probably won't blow up 20, 50 million views, but grab me one of them.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And we're kind of like in the same boat y'all guys are in, man. Like a band and everything. Except we're doing podcasts.
Yeah.
We're paying our dues right now too.
Oh yeah.
We're on the upward swing as well.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff, man, in the works. It's just we gotta right now we gotta massage our sponsors or whatever, and they're not gonna do nothing until we get so far into it. So and then it'll. But right now,
Tony's peeking behind the curtain, showing everyone the wizard behind the Wizard of Oz. Right now,
it's awesome. So I just long story short, man, it's awesome to have you guys on here. Love to have you again. If you can send when y'all tour with OTEP, give her a card. I love to meet her, man. She is crazy.
yeah, guys, give OTEP our card. Tony,
I'm in her.
I'm just kidding.
I'm in her web address or whatever, whether she does it or not.
Yeah.
We release the new stuff. We can talk again, and you guys can see it, and maybe some more people see you guys and also see us. We help each other.
No, that's great. Honestly,
man,
you guys
I love to hear that.
A big gift for us and stuff. We also going back to what you were saying about your videographer friend and just how these concepts just get bigger and bigger sometimes. But we kind of have the same thing where our heads get in the clouds, we get a little ahead of ourselves, and sometimes the budget gets bigger than what we can actually do for stuff. Thank you so much, brother.
Yeah, man.
Look at that. Uncle Tony got his 211s with a straw. He's drinking his 211s with a straw. Sam
cheap
Adams.
and it gets the job done.
Sam Adams.
You said Imperial, but we don't have Imperial.
Awesome.
I had it in well, thank you, brother. Thank you. Sipping on some.
Yeah, man, having y'all on here, man. It's time to celebrate.
Yeah. I agree. So let's move on to the Topical Punch, folks. This is our little headline humor segment where we start local in our weird little neck of the woods here in Southwest Virginia and slowly zoom out and sometimes blast off into space with all sorts of weird news. Are you guys ready?
Let's do this.
If it's not too much, can I get a topical punch? Give me a good like growly topical punch.
I'll give you a little bit of lyric. as the graves open.
All right. Topical punch. Topical punch.
Just say topical punch, right?
Yeah, just topical punch.
Topical punch.
I'm gonna clip that later. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Every time I'll make sure pray for rain. So first of all, our little Woodstock over here called Floydfest is starting to look more like a Floyd flop, unfortunately. The Floydfest is an annual music and arts festival here in Virginia. It may be canceled for 2023 due to logistical factors that have made their planned new site at Festival Park unviable. The festival was scheduled to take place on July 26th to the 30th and has been running since the early 2000s with headliners such as Black Crowes and Sheryl Crow. The festival organizers promised to provide more information on April 6th. It has been canceled. Ryan is confirming over here, unfortunately. So everybody, hang up your flower crowns and fringe vests. Save them for the Ren Fair. Because it's.
Hey, we got a thing going on down here. It's called Floydfest. I'm looking at that. It's called the Blue Ridge Rock Festival, and they're looking their last band that they want to put in there. It's they want an unsigned band, and so far, I mean, they got Ymir, Megadeth, Lamb of God. It's like 20, 30 bands. I mean, but that's like halfway across the country. But I mean, I just wanted to throw that out there to you guys, man. I mean, if y'all
thinking big again,
if you want to like send them a demo with a couple songs on it, and it's a Blue Ridge Rock Festival.
You guys can crash here at my house.
Yeah, dude.
We'll send him an email. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well,
It's
yeah,
one of the trying to do, like hit up some festivals, because those are like
Like I said, man, we got all kinds of places you can crash, feed you, bathe you. No, I'm just joking.
Tony's getting over here like Christ. He'll wash your feet, So it's been running for 2 decades, but the new site, Festival Park, that was made for this didn't get the permits.
Oh, Floydfest didn't?
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't never been to it. I always thought it was gay.
Yeah, we actually have a comment here from local Karen Boulder Dash says, maybe it's for the best that Floydfest is canceled this year. We don't need them in their tie-dye shirts polluting our countryside.
Get the dog diddly do.
So but for real, it is a bummer. This is always a big thing. We've been meaning to go for a while. We were actually going to volunteer this year to see if we could get like a press pass or something, but it's not going to happen. Looks like maybe next year. Moving along on the national level, a federal judge recently says insurers can no longer have to provide some preventative care services, including cancer and heart screenings at no cost. A federal judge in Texas has ruled that some mandates under the Affordable Care Act cannot be enforced nationwide, including those that require insurers to cover preventative care services at no cost to the patient, such as certain cancer, heart, and STD screenings and tobacco programs. The judge, Reed O'Connor, also struck down recommendations made by the U.S. Preventative Services Task Force. While some of the recommendations, such as vaccinations and screenings for heart disease, diabetes, and breast cancer, will continue to be available at no cost, many preventative services will no longer be covered for free. The ruling, if upheld, could limit access to preventative services aimed at early detection of diseases such as lung, colorectal cancer, depression, hypertension. Just hacking away at it, folks. Hacking away at it.
There's no magical pill for depression, bipolar, mental illness. You just gotta.
That's not what we're asking. We're just asking for
you just gotta roll with the
maintenance,
punches,
man. Just ask for a little maintenance. A breaking news: this Texas judge also suggests that we go back to treating illnesses with leeches instead of providing preventative care.
Whoa.
Yeah, man. He's over here like, you know what? Just throw a leech on it. It'll be all right.
They say that about diabetic ulcers.
Well, why don't you give it a try, Tony? Why don't you give it a try?
I know ulcers.
He guys got a quote here. He said, "If you ignore your health problems long enough, they'll eventually go away. I've never been to a doctor and I'm fine. His prescription is to cross your fingers and hope for the best." Wow. It's awful. It's awful stuff.
Mm.
And yeah. But
Let's get back to the metal talk.
Moving along to the national or the global level. So we recently talked about how an Italian museum that owns Leonardo da Vinci's collection, and it's no longer in the free domain. They're successfully suing to stop production of a 1,000-piece puzzle based on the Vitruvian Man. The German toy company Ravensburger to stop the production and sale of puzzles featuring the Vitruvian Man. The museum claimed that it was owed financial compensation from the puzzle manufacturer, of course. You know, it's just it's weird because it's not like any of the Da Vinci motherfuckers, not like any of the Da Vinci families making anything off that. What do you guys think about that?
I think it's
Well,
Like Da
I don't
Vinci
know.
shit, it's like fucking it's 400 years old or something, man. Like
yeah, I think
Yeah.
those guys are dead. Probably the ones that are alive don't even know they are part of the, whatever.
Like, just move on, man. So
yeah, they're hiring more copyright lawyers instead of art historians over there, man. It's insane.
wow.
So moving on from art into the science, folks, actually a little bit of art and science. Lost in Dreams, a depersonalization study, has inspired some haunting artworks. I think you guys might like some of this stuff here.
Oh, trippy.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So Anglia Ruskin University in Cambridge, England, is hosting an art exhibition based on dream reports from a major new psychology study. The Living in a Dream project was led by neuroscientist Dr. Jane Aspel and examined how people with depersonalization symptoms experience dreams. Almost 1,000 dream reports were collected, which have been recreated by 8 students from ARU's MA illustration course using the latest audiovisual technologies, including AI, and are presented using a mix of audiovisual installation, virtual reality experiences, and traditional media. The immersive exhibition is free to attend and being held, blah, blah. It's already over. But, yeah, it's...
Talk about a new meaning to Silent Hill,
Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
I like that game.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Like,
I like Resident Evil.
That
That's my favorite.
Resident's good.
remake, dude.
Yeah, I got that one too. I just
that's a
got
fun
Village. I
one,
mean, it's
man.
been out for a while. It's kind of old news, but it's a good game. Awesome graphics, but I think the story's lame. I mean, I'm just used
Oh,
to.
dude. It's no Oscar winner, It's
Yeah,
basically all Evil Dead reshredded. You know what I mean? So
yeah. The main chick, man, Mother Miranda, she's pretty brutal.
yeah, she can be brutal to me. It's okay.
Ain't it? Yeah, they went over the top on her breast and butt.
You mean Lady Dimitrescu, right?
Yep. I'm on the part now. She's chasing me around with them big claws.
Oh, God.
And she's like, "Why are you running? Why are you running?"
Hey, you're gonna taste good for dinner. And she's so tall, dude. She reminds me of the Tyrant, man. She's got to like bend over and go through the doors. She's like a huge chick.
God damn, man.
The Wednesday show, she's really tall, but she's a real actress.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I know what you're talking
director,
about.
She's
Yeah.
really tall, little like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember her name.
Christina Ricci will always be
Oh
J.
yeah,
Adams to me.
she's gorgeous. Yeah.
Sure. But yeah. Some slightly unsettling stuff, which is just like a lot of my dreams, you know. So moving on from art into paint, the lightest paint in the world has been invented, an energy-saving coating that needs no pigments, and it keeps the surface beneath 30 degrees cooler. Yeah, it's just kind of like albino paint. It's kind of wild. Scientists at the University of Central Florida, shouts out to Joe if he's still listening. He actually pointed out earlier that Non-Point's a Miami band. So
Non-Point's a Miami band?
Yeah, he felt a little pride earlier when you guys were talking about Non-Point. So the paint is based on structural color, which does not use pigments and instead employs submicroscopic landscapes on the surfaces of objects to diffract light. The new paint is made from tiny aluminum flakes embedded with even smaller nanoparticles and is also less toxic than traditional paint. The researchers believe that the lightweight paint could be used to reduce fuel consumption in aircrafts and automobiles and to cool buildings without using electricity. However, scaling up production will be a significant challenge, as with a lot of this stuff. Despite being used for transportation, it may actually end up being used in like urban areas where they got like a lot of those heat islands. You know, they absorb a lot of heat and stuff. Ry's gonna steal the mic. Ry's stealing the mic. What's up, Ry?
What's up, everybody?
So, they set out to make a mirror, but ended up making a paint that is too light to reflect well enough. Isn't that crazy?
It's interesting. So can we get it at Lowe's yet?
Get it at Lowe's? Yeah, start just painting the house with this shit, man. I'm trying to cut down on my energy costs, bro. Yo, you guys, hey, you paint your masks with some of this stuff, and you know, it might keep your faces cool, you know?
That's true.
Yeah, definitely. Already, I'm trying to scratch myself, but I can't, you know?
I know.
When, you know,
The spring here now. It's like, oh my god, my man turning into Darth Vader, burning up.
Oh my god, right?
I know. Like your face under the mask. I know it's got to be hot under there.
Oh yeah, no, during live shows it is. That's just with everything just coming out once though as well.
Oh man, I bet.
Oh my god, but it's so worth it.
The closest I have to that was one time when I worked at Chick-fil-A. I had to work as the cow one time.
Oh, you got to put ice packs in that. I used to chill with some of those Star Wars cosplayers. You know, they dress up as like the Imperial guys and stuff. And Darth Vader, he always kept like ice packs in his suit.
See, in the Chick-fil-A cow, there's actually a fan inside.
What?
Yeah, they actually have a fan and like the mask at the head like part has like a fan like blowing on you.
Sure.
But of course, ours didn't work. So,
Of course, man. It's fucking Christiansburg, man. So speaking of blending in and, you know, changing colors and stuff, the octopus camouflage ability has been transferred to human skill cells, guys.
whoa.
Researchers at the University of California, shouts out, Irvine, have developed a technique to replicate the tunable transparency of squid skin cells in mammalian cells that can be cultured, you know, nerd shit, which have particulate like, you know, these little nanostructures. It's that reflectin protein and all this shit. Researchers added salt to the cell's culture media and observed the reflectin proteins clumping together into nanostructures, changing the opacity of the cell. So, you know, nerd shit. They took what those little octopus do, and they fucking put it in mammal cells, and they're getting closer to that shit, man.
So what are they using it for, though?
That's the question. Do I say that again?
Stealth camouflage.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Some of that null pink. I guess we're one step closer to becoming human chameleons, you know.
Real,
You know, we
though.
could start fucking doing that shit, like that
Changing
creepy
colors
shit,
like
that
that.
invisible man shit, you know. I mean, just there's the application just can't be good. It can't be a good application.
For real. And like, can you imagine like the when you go to like volunteer for it, the
Oh.
like contract you have to sign?
Like when it doesn't go right. Have you seen any of
Yeah.
where those like the Neuralink people like all
Ugh.
they have to sign all this shit because it's not great. It's not
Yeah.
great what they're doing.
But like, if it works out though,
If it, you know, when you're the one that it works out,
that it
that's got
works
to be a
out,
huge,
yeah, exactly.
huge relief. So you know, good news for all the other introverts like myself. You know,
pass
we
the
can
mic.
start blending in like we want to. You know, people leave us alone at parties and shit.
Or just go to a graveyard and sneak up on someone saying like, "Hey, I'm here." You know.
That's yeah, man. Take a page out of that book. That's another good spot. You know, go read
You
a
know what
book.
would be a scary thing, man? Is like dig a hole for like 2, maybe 2.5 feet, and like cover somebody up in it, and then invite your friends in. Y'all be standing around, and then just the arm come up and just grab one of them by the leg.
So
Oh my
mean.
god!
So mean. That'd be a good way. Well, April Fool's next year, folks.
That'd be a good Halloween joke
I don't
too.
know. You might get punched, man. You might get punched.
Oh, we might more than punch.
yeah. So start kicking you.
Or somebody pull out a Glock, man, and start firing into the dirt.
Oh my god, man. Yeah.
Yeah, make sure they don't have no weapons.
Oh yeah. There's no way to know about that, but yeah.
I don't know about you, but every time I go to the graveyard, I'm strapped. You know. I grew up Pentecostal, so they just drilled it into my head. That shit could happen at any minute. Zombies.
No.
Take with you, man. Oh, dude.
Religion. Meh.
Yeah, you know, I haven't been attacked by a zombie yet, you know. So yeah, speaking of weird bioscience stuff, a new discovery about the size of life. You know, every week I feel like we got some story about, you know, the definition of life just being challenged. And a new study from the University of British Columbia reveals that Earth's biomass is mainly concentrated on organisms at either end of the size spectrum, contrary to current theories. The lead author of the study, Dr. Tekwa, surveyed the body sizes of all living organisms on Earth and found that the smallest and largest organisms outweigh all the others. So basically, finally, we have proof that size does matter. It does.
That kind of reminds me of a Tool album.
Oh, no drum beat, huh?
Y'all guys like Tool? The band Tool?
Oh yeah,
Tool,
I do
yeah.
like Tool. Perfect Circle too. I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, like a little
Don't
better.
this kind of look like this would be on one of their albums?
It looks like it. Yeah, I was thinking.
Or
the
maybe
same.
the inside sleeve.
It's, uh,
more a
New album.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that's Alex Gray. Shouts out to Alex Gray if you're watching or listening, which we know that you are. You know, I love your art. I love your art, Alex Gray. He's the one that does all the Tool shit. You know, I have a little piece over there on the wall. See, you got a little Alex Gray piece right there. So yeah, you know, so basically what this is saying is that really what surprised me more. I mean, we all know, hey, all the fucking whales, that's pretty heavy, right? Sure. But what they're saying too, the other side of that is that like all the fucking microorganisms in the world, like fucking way more than like say all the humans on the earth, you know, collectively, you know. It's fucking nasty, dude. If you'd ask me, you know, I'm just gonna start, you know, everything I keep reading is just making me more and more germophobic. You know, I'm just keep.
Oh, wait till you hear that when you wake up by the end of the day, when you go to bed, you breathe in and out at least 1 pound or 2 of dust. And
You know what dust is?
well,
Yeah.
Skin
Yeah.
cells.
Yeah.
Skin cells and shit. It's nasty. Yeah, that's nasty. I'm gonna start being one of those people that tapes my mouth shut when I sleep.
wear a muzzle.
Yeah, no, it's a thing, man. So yeah, moving on. Let's blast off into space. So, strap in, folks. We're not going too far. We're just going to Venus, one of our neighbors here. Venus is alive.
Oh,
New research has provided strong evidence of volcanic activity on Venus, revealing a nearly 1 square mile volcanic vent that changed shape and grew over 8 months in 1991. Such changes are associated with volcanic activity on Earth, either through eruptions or magma movement, causing vent walls to collapse and expand. This discovery offers insights into the geology of Venus, Earth's sister planet, which lacks plate tectonics. So it's like, we're kind of like, how does it have this volcanic activity if it doesn't have plate tectonics, It suggests that the surface of Venus is geologically young compared to all the other rocky bodies except Earth and Jupiter's moon, Io. The researchers offer one caveat that a non-volcanic earthquake triggered collapse of the vent walls might have caused the expansion. Herrick's research adds Venus to the small pool of volcanically active bodies in our solar system. Venus's dense atmosphere is similar to that of Uncle T's apartment and is livelier than expected, also much like Uncle T's apartment.
I thought they did look like a lava there for a second.
Yeah. So this was like a clickbaity headline, guys. It's not really alive. They're talking about volcanoes.
be
And
sure to memorize it, man. It's gonna be on the test, all right? It's gonna be on the test.
It's like great class. Like, I learned so much stuff right now.
I feel like I'm in school again.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in school.
Just try to have a little fun with all the, I collect so many tabs throughout the week. That's what this is. I just read like an article or two a day, and the interesting ones, and I think of little jokes and stuff. So it's this was kind of clickbaity. So let's move on to the next one. We're blasting off a little farther. A strange cosmic object that defies classification is spotted by Hubble. The Hubble telescope has discovered a galaxy named Z22915. It simply defies classification. It displays multiple distinctive characteristics at once. It's an active spiral galaxy, 390 million years away. It has 3 different classifications. It's a safer galaxy, a quasar, and an active galactic nucleus. I think I was starting to learn how to do those at Planet Fitness recently. Active galactic nucleuses. The central supermassive black hole at the galaxy is actively feeding, causing the material to heat up due to friction and shine with incredible energy, leading to the galaxy being described as an AGN. This was interesting, but not as interesting as I expected. It's highlights the vastness of our universe. It reminds us of how much we still have yet to understand on this little rock. I hope that inspires you guys.
Yeah.
I see the halo from Halo, man. Yeah, there's a covenant. There's high charity there.
Oh, maybe, man. If we were to zoom into that shit.
Only thing I know about space is I recently learned about a year or two ago is there's a meteor shower that's like 100 million miles or something away from Earth, and it's heading like towards Earth, and scientists monitor it and keep an eye on it every day, because if it hit Earth, it would decimate us.
There's a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of terrifying once you do start to read into it, and then the algorithm starts feeding you it. Fucking terrifying, man.
Yeah, it is.
Shit could all go at any moment. Could all go at any moment. Right now. Just go. Just blow up.
Yeah.
Up to the fullest, man.
Ain't it?
Exactly.
Fuck it.
Exactly. And on this note, guys, I know we've been going for a minute, just over an hour. Try to keep these at an hour now. So I'll spare you guys the really clickbaity one. There was one that got me, and then I got to the end of it. I wrote all this stuff for, and it turns out it was an April Fool's joke, and I was going to pass the buck to you guys, but you know what? I'll spare you. Yeah, and I'd love to have you guys on again because this was a lot of fun, and I'm finding that these kind of episodes are great, like kind of intro to people, and as we get along and gel with people, I want to find people like kind of rotate, bring it back in, you know, again going back to rotation. So please plug anything you got coming up, and where people can find it to again stay on top of it.
If you oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
Be
off.
sure to follow our Facebook page and our Instagram. Yeah, we have our link tree up there, and keep stay tuned for the events. We have our whole like tour list on our Facebook. And
Yeah, I gotta do that too. I forgot about liking and following their web page.
This one, let me see.
Yeah, I just
that's
get
not
so
it.
caught up.
That's not it, is it?
don't think that.
Was that it? Where is it? Oh, Google's trying to. See, there's so much stuff now. I'm not going to pull up my Facebook right here, but yeah, I'll add it to the edit. Yeah, folks, Prey4Reign.
Yeah, stay on the lookout, man. Stay on the lookout. They're coming to a town near you to rip shit up.
Fuck
Yep.
yeah.
We'll be there with you.
Hell yeah. And if you can, I mean, you know, you ain't got to make it a priority or anything, but if y'all come across some bands that wouldn't mind doing a show, you know, yeah, throw our name out there. We'll throw y'all's name out there. We're trying to, we had this band, death metal band called Pantheon. They were supposed to come on, but
it might still happen. It
might still happen, but I'm just saying that the reason they canceled was because they had a tornado in Arkansas.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and so they had to, you know, do some cleanup and stuff like that, and we're still, you know, and they're BJ Cook, I think that's their guitarist. He's still on board to do a show with us.
Still chatting with him. Yeah, things.
And since Arkansas is out there, man, look for a band Pantheon, man. Maybe y'all can, you know, put each other on tour, put each other on, look out for each other.
Yeah, we'll see that happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll do your name around.
Yeah.
I'll definitely pass y'all around on, you know, if y'all wasn't so far away, I'd say around here too, but you know.
Yeah. Come to Blue Ridge Rock Fest again. You got a bed here, man.
Yeah.
If
y'all go to the Blue Ridge, man, you know where to come crash.
No, for sure. Appreciate it.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, stick around for just a moment after I sign off to hammer out a couple more of those details. You guys let Ry and Tony let people know where they can find you guys.
Okay.
For sure, definitely.
Get to go first.
Yeah, so got I'm host the Ry 5. Got Ry the Ry 1 or Rhino Snide 96 on Spotify or also Twitter, also Twitch, do some gaming streaming as well. And then I know here you got the I'm at Ain't It with Uncle T. You know, I do a variety of things. Same thing with the Snide show. You know, got a lot of upcoming stuff. If you want to like, share, and subscribe, man, that would be really great.
That's right. And again, Prey4Reign everywhere. That's PREY for REIGN. Again, they got a Facebook and a link tree where you can find more of their stuff, and just subscribe to all that shit, and you'll see these new drops. We are all here at Snide Studios waiting in anticipation for it. Can't wait. Again, thank you for coming on.
Yeah,
And
thanks
that's
for having us.
rain like rooted blood.
So yeah, again, CoryTheCurator everywhere, Snide Studios everywhere, and don't forget to stay snide.
And as always, look both ways for us crossing the street.